Right, Jimmy here, freshened up, so I'm actually going to be going to work in half an hour. But before I do that, I want to talk about children in need. So, we on Friday, I presume, because it's this Friday's Children in Need, Friday the 19th of November, I can only presume we'll be doing something to contribute towards it. And, whatever it is will be what it is. But I wanted to talk about something that actually my dad brought up, like sort of the darker side to charity, and you'd be like, charity, how can that be such a dark thing? And you think giving money to charity, right? Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing, it is, because you should, if you can, and if you can't, then you can't. But there is the term charity begins at home, so that's it. You help yourself, you help your family first, and if you have that opportunity to donate, you can donate to whichever charity you fancy. Now, like I said, Children in Need, just getting comfortable, is this Friday. So, this is a statistical set of stats from 2020 of Children in Need from last year. So, let's just see how the charity spends its money. So yeah, I can to relieve need, hardship, sickness, handicap, and distress among children and young persons. I can understand that because it's called Children in Need. It's not called Adults in Need. It's called Children in Need. But this is the bit I'm not really interested in about. I mean, it's stats, but that's not what I'm interested in. Total expenditure, 58.8 million. It's a lot of money. It is. And you look at the fact of charitable activities, so that came to 53.42 million. Now, do not get me wrong, that is a brilliant number of money raised for this charity Children in Need, which is very popular worldwide. But let's just see this though, raising funds 5.47, and you'd be like, what does that mean? So as of 2020 last year, so it's 2021 this year, you would have to raise, so Children in Need wise, you would be raising I'm just going to say 5.5 million pounds worth of money before you even begin to start actually raising money for Children in Need itself. You are actually raising money for Children in Need and for its staff. And you'd be like, but the thing is, Children in Need is a business. Think of McDonald's, for example. McDonald's is a business. You earn whatever revenue from it, and a cut of that money goes towards its employees. McDonald's does that. Whatever Burger King does that. I don't know. La Luna does that. I'm just picking random ones. And it's the same with Children in Need. Children in Need is a business. It's a charity, but it's also a business. So you think whatever revenue is raised, X amount of money has to go to its employees, and then the rest of it will go towards charitable funds. And that's the thing. It's government providing that you. I think it's 5.5 million people. Well, 5.5 million has to be raised before you're even really to then be starting at zero. When you're starting at zero to get to 5.5 million, but then once you get to that amount, then you're actually at £0 raised for Children in Need. And you think okay, that money goes into its employees, and it'll show you here people, 135 employees, 13 trustees, and 250 volunteers. Volunteers don't get paid, they just do it because they want to do it. If you're a trustee or you're an employee, you get paid. Employees get paid, but trustees get paid more. Employees with total benefits over 60,000. Number of employees. And I'm just going to say, just look at this. These are real stats from last year, and I'm going to go off as well. This is on .gov.uk. .gov.uk. Yeah, I said that right. This isn't some Ponzi website that's making up stats. This is on .gov.uk. So this is genuine and real. So like you think like, okay, a lot of that money. So it's like so a lot of people say like on the radio, on the TV, say like donate £10, text gift to donate £10. But actually £10 initially, for the first set of people that go up to that 5.5 million target, you're actually paying for the employees to do the work. And then after that 5.5 million, then you're actually properly donating money towards like children that are in need or whoever. And then like I'm just going like here, there's 5 people that have a revenue earning of 60k to 70k. That's 5 people. And if you just go to the very top, there's one person that has £130,000 to £140,000. I don't know how tight-fisted you have to be that on that much. I mean, unless you're like the CEO, I mean, I can kind of understand, but like, if it's for children in need and you're taking that much money from that job when the majority of it could actually be going to charity itself, it's a bit shady, isn't it? It's a bit dark. Because it's like, if I was on that amount of money, if somebody said to me, Jamie, you're going to be earning £130,000 to £140,000 by working at Children in Need. And I'm like, yeah, you would be happy, wouldn't you? You would be happy with it. But then you'd be like, a lot of that money could be going to charity as opposed to me. Like, I'd be happy with 60k to 70k, honestly. That's a lot of money. I don't know, it's greed. So it's basically, so you've got the darker side of charity. And the thing is, even though it's children in need that I'm talking about, this is the same with all charities. And I'm not saying don't boycott all charities because of what I'm saying right now. Don't, because I'm going to sound like a right narky idiot. Do donate to charity, that's what I'm saying. But just remember a percentage of that will go to its employees, and then a percentage of that will go to the charity itself. So I know with Overgate Hospice, which is very close to me, I know there's only like a very hand select few that actually are an employee that get paid, that are paid employees. The rest are volunteers. But it's shady, like. But I'm just going to say one last thing before I go, because I'm getting to that nearly 9 minutes for this, is children in need, 0 to 5.5 million, you are basically paying paying the employees to do their work. In Scotland, I've said this before, Scotland has 5.5 million people living in it. So it's basically the entire, and this is going off England and Wales, but basically if every single person within Scotland paid £1 or a little bit less, they are basically paying for the staff from England and Wales to do their job, and not towards charitable funds. And if you think about it like that, that makes you not want to donate to charity, because it's like, oh, you're not, as opposed to like donate, you're not just paying money towards a business that makes profits, but you're paying money of your own money. So it's like if you donate £10, £9 of that, for example, will go to the staff, and that £1 will go to the children that have problems and whatnot. And if you think about it like that, it makes you not want to donate, because you're putting your bit in, and they're saying like, do your bit, but actually all you're doing is like, you're scrimping it, basically. And with children in need, that's sad. So it's like, okay, yeah, when you see like the overall target that they actually raised, they raised 53.42 million, which is insane. in numbers words for how much they raised. But like to think 5.4 of that percentage there could be a hell of a lot lower to increase the charitable funds that they get from it. So I think so. It is basically children in greed / the darker side of charity, and that's where I'm going to end it. Because the charity raises funds from the public. When it gets to 5.5 million people, when it gets to 5.5 million and above, then it starts to be this charity raises funds from the public. Because like I said, you are paying for the employees to do their work from 0 to 5.5 million. Once you hit that target, you're pretty much back at 0, but then you're raising money for the charity. See what I mean? See what I mean? It's not right talking about it, but it is sadly true. It is. You think about like all the charity money, all the charity stuff for Africa, and still there's so much about save Africa, save Africa, save Africa. But a lot of that money will go to its employees, as opposed to helping people that need the money in Africa. But fuck them, right? Because the employees need it more. See what I mean? So, gonna call it a do. So, like I said, children in greed, the darker side of charity, end of. So, as of now, I'm just going to chill out for a bit and watch TV and then go to work. So, thanks for watching, and goodbye.